In a previous video, Ekello showed off what skills can do in Claude Cowork. This time you're going to actually build one and walk away with a tool that you can use today. So the last video was the why and this video is the how. The skill that we're going to be building today is a simple blurb writing skill. This is the back description that you'll see on the back of many books. It's also called the book description. And these are very important things that you need for your book. And a lot of people don't like writing them because it's a different type of writing skill. But after this video, you won't have to worry about that. You will create a skill that will actually do that whole process for you. And you'll learn how to create skills in the meantime so that you can use the skills feature as a way to create any other group of skills that you can use in your co-work process. Because once you know how to build one skill, you can build many more. So I'm now going to pass it back on to Ekello, who is helping me out with these videos, and he'll give you a full rundown on how to build skills for yourself. Take it away, Ekello.
Hello, my name is Ekello, and boy, am I happy to be a nerdy novelist. So last week, we gave you the skinny on what skills are. Now, this week, we're going to give you a nice breakdown, and then at the very end, I'm going to show you something really cool on how you can actually make this just all happen. So let's go through the anatomy of a skill. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to solve a problem. And in solving that problem, you need to think of it more like this isn't like a skill. At least in this case, when you're using Cowork over and over again, you're trying to solve this problem. Claude, I'm doing this thing. I want you to do this thing. You do it over and over and over again. And it's something like, your voice, you want it to kind of sound like you, or genres, or you want your blurb structure, or I don't care, pick one. Okay. Whatever that thing is that you're saying over and over and over again, that's your skill. And that's what we're going to do. So the first thing is you need to create a text file. I like to use Obsidian. Obsidian is a easy way to read markdown files. What are markdown files? I've already told you this, but markdown files are these wonderful little files that both humans and computers can both read. It's real easy for both of us to read it. So we've created the file, and I decided I wanted to call it the blurb maker skill, because we're going to make a blurb that's going to go up in on Amazon or something for your business. Okay, so the blurb maker skill. So the way you first do it, when you first do this, is that you'll see here that I have these little dashes in between each one of the words. It likes to have dashes. So you're going to do something like voice-skill.md or cozy-mystery-conventions.md or blurb-maker-skill.md. Okay, the name is the command that you want to call it, or invoke. Okay, what do I mean by invoke? It means very much like a spell. You're invoking a spell. You're saying something out loud. Well, in order to invoke, meaning call up some type of thing, you need to invoke it by typing in whatever the thing is. And it's good to have it be the thing that you actually want to go into. The blurb maker actually says, you say blurb maker, and then it'll go, hey, I'm going to use the blurb maker skill because it's got a trigger, kind of like Alexa or something like that. Okay. Second part, you're going to look at the front matter. Now, I decided this front matter is going to be, this takes a dossier. So the idea of front matter is at the top of the file. It's a small little block of metadata that tells Claude what this skill is and when to use it. Okay, that's actually extremely important, because if it doesn't know when to use it, then it won't invoke it at the right time. This takes dossier and creates 5 blurbs of differing demographical emphasis to test different markets. And then I'm going to put here to test different markets. This is a post final draft project. Now, that may not necessarily be exactly what you need to say in there, but it is something that is very specific to it. So let's go down. We've already done that part. We need to have the body of this thing. And when you're writing the body, it's kind of where the real work happens, okay? The body is your actual instructions. 3 things belong here, okay? Who Claude is when this skill is being loaded. It is extremely important that it understands its role, it understands its job, it understands how it should be used. What is its persona? The second thing it needs to know are the rules. What are the specific, I don't care what it is. It's like, what are the specific patterns of the blurb that you want? How do you want this blurb to be? What examples can you give me? Can I give it to be more specific with the, which I'm going to get to in a second, but what kind of actual conventions are we going to use inside of this particular skill in order to actually get it to do what we want it to do? Okay. It seems like it's obvious, and it seems like I'm being Mr. Rogers here. But what I'm really trying to do is for you to understand that these are very basic things that can be expanded into incredibly, incredibly complicated things. I'll also show you that in a second.
Quick pause. If you're an aspiring author who wants to write multiple legit books using AI without sounding like a robot, I run a private group called Story Hacker AI. Now, it's currently closed, but if you join the waitlist using the link below, I'll immediately send you my full prompt pack for free. These are the exact long form prompts that I use to outline, draft, and edit books. Many of them are hundreds and even 1,000 words long. So not those one-line junk prompts that you see from tech bros on YouTube. To get them, follow the link in the description, drop your email, and I'll send the prompt pack straight to your inbox. You'll also be the first to know when the group reopens. And now back to the video.
Okay, here is the biggest part. When I'm writing this thing, I want to be incredibly specific, okay? What is the genre that I'm writing for? If I want to hone in on that specific thing, how should the blurb be built? How the length of the blurb? Is it third person, first person, second? What is it? What is the actual structure of this thing? Be incredibly specific. If you're concrete with nouns and you have everything specifically honed in to whatever it is you're trying to do, I don't care what it is. The more specific the instructions, the more the output sounds like you are the author who looked at this and said, this is what a blurb is. In next week's adventure, what we're really going to do, we are going to build a skill. This skill is going to show people your voice. It's pretty exciting. I'm very excited for you. But before we do that, I want you to understand that we're not quite done yet. We are at the saving it part. You save this whole thing and then you put it into a specific folder, and that specific folder is where the skills are. But you say to yourself, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to learn how to do all of this. No, you're not. Because guess what? You have the opportunity to use Claude Cowork to help you build the skill. And I'll show you that in a second. After you're done with all of this stuff, you are going to iterate. After you've made the first version of this thing, you're going to want to come back to it over and over again and hone it and make it better and make the processes better. And you have a starting point, but you may never have an ending point because you're making it better and better and better. All right. So that's pretty much the last of the things that I have to tell you about, except for one huge thing. Ladies and gentlemen, oh yeah, that's right. You can have Claude Cowork build the skill for you. This is what I did. I said, hey, I want to build a skill that helps me write 3 different versions of a blurb, a book blurb. I want to be able to give you a dossier. Then I want you to invoke this skill, use this skill over and over and over again to create 3 different blurbs for me to approve before I send it to Amazon. If you need to, I want you to go online right now, figure out everything you need for this skill to be the most excellent and the easiest to deploy. I want you to use your skill maker skill. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It has a skill for making skills. So that's what I want you to do, is I want you to be able to have all of these ideas in your head. This is why I wanted you to write all these things down and why we've gone through all this stuff, so that you understand the fundamental why, the why you want to do something, and then the how you can really make it better. That way, when you're deciding on this skill, you can give it as much information and the specifically good information that it needs in order to make the best skill possible. And it did a whole bunch of work, and oh my goodness. I mean, I asked it to do that, and then it did some research, and it wrote the skill, and all 6 agents are done, and now grading all outputs against their assertions. Good. Now aggregate the benchmark and launch the eval review. Good. Okay. Now, and it did all of this. It actually created a skill that creates multiple agents that go out and they make multiple. Oh, wow. And that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Read the evals, and here we go. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a eval review. Okay. Looks like a book writer review. Review each output and leave feedback below. So it actually made a little skill that looks at all of these and uses these to make. Wow, that's pretty intense. That really went way further. So prompt and then with skill. Wow. It went above and beyond. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last thing I have to say to you about skills. They are a building block, a Lego block. They can do anything. Co-work is the scaffolding for which you can create things, workflows and stuff inside of your business. What really goes over the top is your ability to stack these things together. So what I want you to do is use that imagination of yours and start thinking about the different skills that you can stack together to make something bigger. You can stack a bunch of them together and they become a workflow. That workflow stacked together and wrapped together becomes a plugin. You can take that plugin and then you can make that bigger with automations and take these automated things that happen over and over again, sometimes in the middle of the night, and it can create files for you, look at your email, check your calendars. It can do all kinds of stuff just for you. I mean, it can almost run your life if you set up all of the right skills. Next week, we're going to build a skill that sounds like you.